What it do? It's your boy Tangaray the Tang, man. Mr. Motherfucking Me Ooorr, man. I'm locked in with Keys.
What it do? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, all the times we got it to give. You dig? It's your guy, J Keys. Hey, you know what we do? We chilling in the pit, man. Appreciate y'all for joining me once again. Locked in with Keys. This is what we do, man. We in the pit, man. We just chilling, man. Today, I got a special guest. As we get ready to wrap up season 2 of Locked In with Keys, man, I appreciate everybody that's came and that shared their insight and their knowledge, their stories, all that good stuff like that, man, to my audience. But, man, I got an extra special guest in the building today, man. You know, this is a guest that him and I go way back, man. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my good friends, as well as a staple in the city, a rapper in the city. A musician, freestyler, do all that, you know what I mean? So y'all give it up, you know what I'm saying, for my guy, your guy, the guy, Mr. Tangaray, the Tang man, Mr. Afterlife. Give it up one time for him. Give it up one time. We in the building. What's up with him, Mike?
You're my guy. What it do?
Come on, man. He say he gonna give me the full thing. He gonna give me that? He gonna give me all that?
We always on
he gonna give me all that?
on camera.
How you doing, my nigga?
I'm here. We're here.
Mhm.
Hello. I'm there. We're there. We're everywhere, man. It's all great, man. I'm feeling good, bro. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. You know what I mean?
A lot of good things, man. A lot of good things.
So, like, I wanted to wrap up this season, really, man, kind of just paying homage to a lot of things, but at the same time, man, I couldn't see myself being put in this position and not having one of my guys, man, that really has a lot to do with a lot of things that are going on within the city, within the region, within ourselves too, within the constructs of ourselves. So it's like, okay, yeah, I only saw it fit to get, man, let's get my guy on, man, and share a little bit of him as well as a little bit of history.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, that works. Because I mean, I can tell you about what happens in the city.
Well, I mean, you know,
how it happens on the scene. I can tell you who been here, who ain't been here, or you know, if I haven't seen them here, I want to know what they're doing too. So if you got some insight, I would love to know.
Hey, and that would be fantastic to find out too. So I myself personally have kind of coined Tang as Omaha's hip hop historian. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. You know, I don't know what you think about it.
I mean, Omaha hip hop's historian would mean that I know Omaha's hip hop history as well as most of the people that it has to involve with. So I should, you know, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty damn accurate.
I'm saying because you've been involved with the scene. I mean, pretty much as long as almost the scene has been a part of the city. When we really talk about it. I mean,
we talk about it as far as we go back. I mean, you know, back when we was in high school, you know.
We talking 94, because I met you what, 94, 95? 95?
He was 95.
So 1995. God, that sounds so long ago. Why does that sound so long ago, though?
Tupac.
God,
Tupac was dead.
I wrote the song in 94.
That's how long
Hey, it just sounds so long ago, bro. Like, that's as long ago as we go back, though.
That's
like,
crazy.
Okay, so I mean that's me and you, but I know you yourself. Even when I met you had already been.
I was already doing my thing for the scene because I've been rapping since I was 10, my dude. So you know,
that's what I'm saying. So Tang has been Tang since.
Yeah, I've been So
since a jit.
Yeah.
It's always been. Hey, Tang, get on here and rap this. Rap that song you wrote the other day.
Bro,
I know he
tried to get me to do that. I used to be annoyed because my family is one of them big families. When we doing stuff, it wasn't even like that. They always want you to dance. Everybody can dance, you dance, everybody dance. So, you know, our clique, you know what I'm saying? It started off as the dance group, bro.
Okay.
So, the real life shit. So, you know, yeah. Everybody can't dance. So, you know.
Hey, I said it at the beginning of season 1, I'm still working on the dances. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it.
He wasn't part of the clique.
He
was the dance group. But you know, he's still official. He's been here for a long time. It's real shit.
You know? Yeah. So we say, okay, so we linked up 94, 95. 95.
Yeah.
But you already established at that point with a group that was making big buzz. You know what I mean? Because from my understanding, I remember back then I didn't really know Omaha hip hop. So even when you and I linked up, you introduced me to a lot of what Omaha had to offer.
Because at that time, I was just getting into actually touching the stuff in the scene I was hearing about. Now, what I was hearing about at the scene was, you know, Full Clip at that time had just so-called got on, come back to the city, was doing their big thing. I'm like, okay, who's Full Clip and what's on the album with them? And L-Mac was singing and producing. They had Line Mac on there. So like a couple of these Max guys was on here. And then the Doja Mac project came up, the Tangaray compilation came. Yeah. And that was like Doja and L-Mac, and then a lot of, you know, hood people that was in between that messing with them on that. Black Guy, L-Mac, or Line Mac, that's like Game Time began to do their stuff. Because when we first got on Straight Ballin' Records, Line Mac was the one person with straight balling before him and his cousin Sleep Dog fell out and we got on.
Which is a
whole nother
in and of itself, because I mean straight balling
it was like Triple Sick, like Binky Loke and all the girls who was still rapping, and you know what I'm saying, H did great, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people who was doing rap way back then. You know
wow, yeah, like the scene was heavy in the city.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying, that's like what you would say the street niggas, the real nigga sector, you know what I'm saying? It's the difference between the genres, you know, the backpack rappers, the battlers, you want to do that out, I'm the best rapper versus I'm out here getting money and I just want to rep the city. I'm going to do what we do and show people what we do, you know.
So as opposed to sides or sets, so to speak, there was really, as far as like the city was kind of separated. I didn't want to say separated, but there was kind of sectioned off as far as
I mean, honestly,
the style of rap.
You gotta look at how it was. You know, Omaha is a little California. You know what I'm saying? So you got gang bang niggas from this side and that side and that side. The Bloods and Crips banging each other heavy. So you got, you know what I'm saying, the Full Clip niggas with the Vietnam Bloods. And you got the GC and HD and all these other niggas was the Project niggas. And, you know, they was good in their hood where they did shit, but niggas really wasn't linking up. They do the shows, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? You know how the city is. That's never changed.
It's been
ever changed. That's a repetitive cycle. It's gonna always go down in the city because people's rivaling their areas. Who's the best and all of that of the regular stepping grounds and turf situations. That's just regular. You know, if the city came all the way together, we'd be able to smash all the
that's a conversation. Yeah, I was about to say we didn't do that. Yeah, because y'all, I remember getting, you know, coming to a situation with you all where you and I link up, we do a track, and send that track off, and from my understanding, Sony was like, we like that. Yeah. Let's get that.
We said it direct the same charge, you know, E40 on. You know, I mean, that was. This is years and years. But you know, I mean, the crazy shit is, you know, they like the song start off. The crazy part is, bro, however many times we recorded and sent the song back, they just do this and just send it back. So they love the beginning of the song, which was like your verse right into my verse and then the hook. Everything after that, there was like, you know. But you know, that's a whole other conversation.
That's the conversation too.
We could have been on years ago.
So there's circumstances in the situation.
That's what that sounds like.
Look. So as far as all right. So we already know like some of the you've named a couple of the staples that have kind of been the staples of the city. Because even though we say straight balling, let me go a little bit deeper. Even though we say straight balling, really it was Afterlife.
Yeah, Afterlife is the name of the group.
Now, so Afterlife is your.
We were the PC clique as the name of the group at first. But then there was one time people got into it because everybody from the group came PC. You know, we PC. So
after
the name of the group Afterlife, we actually did our thing. We was part of a 3-piece camp, Afterlife Lyrical Prophecy Foundation. Our camp was big then. At that time, we went to get on.
Hold on, we can't skip over this.
Sign with Straight Ballin' Records. We were trying to get on the sign with Straight Ballin' Records at the time. Everybody didn't get signed. Only Afterlife got signed. We still kept bringing the camp in and do things. We did as much as we could with each other. So
where did the name Afterlife come from? Like, for those that don't know, that may not know.
The crazy part is, the truth of the matter is, Afterlife is a 3-person group. Tang, J Love, J Rail, and Veins.
Now, J Rail still doing stuff?
J Rail still does the music. know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everybody who knows other Mr. Afterlife, he still doing this thing. Veins still does production. He works with a lot of people that we work with at the time, you know what I'm saying? Veins is the one who not PC. They would do some thing over Valentine's Day. He was gonna do their girls and all that. We ain't gonna be the group name, and they argued about it. We named Afterlife. We on the next level. We all right. I have no idea why it was that they was arguing. It was I wasn't there.
So they fell out.
They fell out, fell back in. It was good. That's what it is. The name
Okay.
That's what it is. That's what happened. That was it. I have no real reason why the name was good. That was right. But then, you know, some people who were sort of close at the time thought we were trying to steal their name, and that became a whole big beef between Afterlife and Drama Life over a name that they thought we were trying to take.
So how did y'all get the name Afterlife though?
J Love and Banks had to come up with a new name for the group, and they named it Afterlife and asked me if I was good, and I was like, sure.
Okay, so they just came
Because
up
we
with
wasn't gonna be
Afterlife.
the PC click no more because he wasn't PC.
Gotcha.
That'd be like the group
So that's
name. The group is named the Crips, and one of the niggas is not a Crip.
I get
It
you.
wouldn't work.
I get you.
He would have to get into some situations he wouldn't be ready for.
So technically, we really don't know the origin
Of why our group is called Afterlife.
Life.
No, I just know it was a situation.
Okay.
And the situation changes from being a PC click to Afterlife.
There we go.
While we on some next level shit, some next out of here ass, we there with our shit. Oh, okay, that sounds like a good reason. Fine, okay.
Right, because Afterlife, at some point in time, let's just keep it real, had some sort of beef at some point in time with another group. I don't want to call them a rival group at that point in time, but at that point in time, it was Drama Life.
Yeah.
So assumably they're saying that they were saying then you had stole or y'all had stole their name. Like what?
They felt like their name was stole. I mean, to be all the way honest, the beef that we had with them had nothing to do with our names. Like, you know, my brother, who was part of our group, our clique and stuff, was dating this chick. Her cousins are them. And after he wasn't with her no more, they was over here putting hands and nothing happened. Some female talking to that shit, ass and nothing. And they act like they wanted to come do something the wrong time, wrong place, and it almost got physical.
Mm.
It turned into, well, we can just let it get to rap. We can just do it settle it through rap. And then they didn't want to do that like that either. So then it turned into
no battle.
Yeah, they didn't. We had a battle. We had a real battle between their squad and our squad at the house over on 40th, but EO house on 40th. They came, bro, on their board. We had our board. We had a real battle. Charged niggas at the door, did all that. Smashing niggas, something serious that night. It was nice enough to still breathe when they left, but we smashed them niggas all night, all over the house. Because they wrote a song about us.
Okay.
We wrote a song because they wrote a song.
So
but y'all know me, right? Y'all know the freestyle king, right? Y'all know we didn't give them a nice song. We want to tear these niggas up all night long. All night. Room for room. Flat, nigga. Flat. All night. So it was battle. They wasn't taking it no more by the time they left. So I know how the thing went. Their name was a little bigger at the time, so they told everybody they won. So then we had to make it bigger at a bigger arena. Then they told
this was a whole spiel because I remember this was the thing.
So then they told everybody at the last minute on the flyers that said all ages and stuff. And we did it at the CW Boxing Club.
Now CW was popping in because CW was a place.
Downstairs is 3 different studios. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That where you can do the. Carl had his own CW Junior had his own little spot down there. You know what I'm saying? Fonzo was down there. You know what I'm saying? The mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Fonzo. That's where people were down to see the recording and stuff. Mm-hmm. So upstairs, the old boxing club, we could rent that out on the weekend for the party and have the party cracking. We do the show. It's supposed to be all ages. I guess one of their members called one of our members at the last minute and was like, you know, it's supposed to be all ages. We'll just do the battle with the next one. So we get up there and do something cool. They get up there and say, that's my time, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I hop on stage. I get pulled off stage. I almost go to jail. Sleep Dog, who's the CEO of Straight Ballin' Records at the time, who was trying to see if we was going to get on, was there in the crowd, seeing shit that happened. He wasn't cool with that. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Since he said it was all ages, he had broke his daughter. The situation got a little extra, and he didn't like how that all came out and how they did that, which actually got us signed. Thanks.
Yeah. Now, what years? So what year was that?
That was 98.
98. So I'm trying to think, okay, so by the time we came back, so there was a lot of movement of music that was happening throughout the city during that time.
Oh, there was a lot of music around there.
Who else? Who? I'm thinking who was running the streets during that time? Because it's like you said, there's different sections that were available.
Pocket Pete, Freddie Dead.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't never leave them out. You know, that's the Keep Crawling camp. And Kool-Aid, who makes all that music, he was rapping on it too at the time. And Drama Life, Tootie, all the rest of them that came with him. That's what's wild was Drama Life. Tootie still does music now. He's like, they ring.
Oh, I mean, what they? I think I'm not even saying think. Everybody do music.
Yeah, I mean, still does music right now. Gas station, you know what I'm saying? I still fox with everybody. We all still do this. All the OG heavy hitters that I would name from back then, beforehand, what we do. Yeah. Everybody's dedicated. Right. They still here. Right. They still do this. Fact. Because this is what we really do. This is what we do. The scene is here. The scene has always been here.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's always been here, but it's making it bigger than what it appears to be to the outside world. And I feel like we've done that so many times. We've gotten so close with a lot of things. Not just your group initially. There's many groups that have gotten to.
Don't forget you was Small Town.
Small Town, people that made strides and set bars.
Right.
Within the city.
Right. But it's a different day and age right now. It's people who, are nobodies and will be nobodies and are really not trying to be anybody's who blow the fuck up right now because of how the world works right now. They're not supposed to have the platform to do this shit because they ain't not supposed to be the ones important doing this shit. Nobody's supposed to be watching them. Man, they're supposed to be watching something that's more important than that. But no, we're going to watch that whole dumbass shit because how people is and what the fuck interest the human mind. So we just want to dig into the most retarded shit. I swear to God, bro.
So our generation is more in depth, I would say. We're so much more in depth than what is in tune now. We're looking for stuff with more substance.
Always. We always have. We're from the substance generation. Like, imagine when Tupac came out, he was jumping around on stage, dancing and giggling with a group that was talking about, do what you like and all of that other stuff. Yeah. But when he got his own final rap moment to rap with them, he had on all African shit. He had him carrying around like he was a king on some extra, this is what I'm on. When you see me with these goofy niggas, I'm not a goofy nigga, I got content. Right. Then once he finally got his own first single, it was Britain Got a Baby. It was a black story about, the struggle that people go through and all that internal about real life shit. Like, it ain't about I'm a thug and all this, the rah-rahs that everybody want to make Tupac out to be at the end. And then once he was gone and you couldn't get the things that was just steaming off of the violence that was going on at the moment, you get all this extra poetry that come out of the man like that. What make him the greatest. We come from that era. We gotta have content. We gotta have feeling inside of our music, no matter which angle we go in. If we just want to go bullshitting, partying, bullshit, it still gotta feel like good.
It still gotta feel good.
If it don't feel good, the fuck I'm gonna do that for? I'll stay at home.
Facts. See, that's I feel like.
And we live in a city where niggas who be at the party standing there and on stage like, I should have stayed at home, man.
So you think that's
we live in the city of the Apollo? I feel like we live in the Apollo city.
Explain. What you mean?
Man, I've been out of town and seen some of the most garbageous, whack niggas on stage, nigga, and they out there loving this nigga just because he from there. They just love the nigga. Like, why don't they love us here?
So do you think
why niggas here don't love you here unless you from their neighborhood, banging their neighborhood?
Well, I'm saying though, is that a personal issue? Is that a musical issue? Is that because we're talking about an issue this has been a while. This isn't. But I remember it from back in the day. I remember this situation back in the day.
Right. I mean, the only way we do it nowadays, completely right now, is literally to be the nobody that nobody knows that's TikTok and nobody already knew me and they can just giggling off of the goofy shit. We could be a goofy ass thing and people love us versus this really great shit that we do and they love us like they're supposed to fucking love us. That's annoying if you do this job.
And the job is this music.
Yeah, because you're supposed to inspire. Music is meant to inspire. They do some goofy ass, dumb ass. They inspire people to do the worst shit in the world because it's all trendy. The world is a trend factory now.
So what do you say?
Where's the content that we want and we need? I mean, I don't want to have to listen to Kendrick's album 24/7 and everything like that. I mean, I understand art is art and it has a place and a time. You know what I'm saying? When I'm about to get up and hustle and grind, I don't want to think too hard. I want to get up and hustle and grind. When I want to go party, I don't want to hustle and grind. I want to party. When I want to pull your chick, I want to pull your chick. Music is meant to inspire the situation, so don't be mad at everybody out here trapping and hustling, and all you listening to is trap and hustle. Drill rap and kill rap, because all they doing is drilling and killing each other. Get mad at me because I want to get chilled. Fucking wrong. Had my son in the backseat talking about something. Send him to the Cash App. She did what? What you doing? Send her a Cash App?
What?
She sucked the nigga's soul.
And
you hit her with the Cash App. My 7-year-old son supposed to be hitting bitch with the Cash App and she sucked his soul up.
Hey.
That's crazy.
That's the message, right? I guess that's the message.
Tina Turner was a private dancer, a dancer for money. So do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. So
that's how the radio works, right?
Well, is that how the system works?
It's supposed to, right? Or are we just supposed to not give a fuck about it and get paid? And then they playing with our money.
So
the whole city ride, the whole world rocking to our sound, don't want to pay us or they playing us.
So what does it take?
I don't know what it takes. If I knew what it takes, we'd be there.
You know what I'm saying though, because we all know it, we all see it, we all recognize it, and yet
the crazy thing for me, my life philosophy is usually it's not about paper. Everybody always talk about I had the money righteous way. I always tell people it's about people. If you run into the right person, you'll never need another dime in your life. Because right people in the right connection to the right shit. Maybe we just still ain't ran into the right person yet. I mean, this is supposed to be Buffett's home and all that shit. It's supposed to be niggas who got big bread here, who do big shit. Maybe they running into the wrong niggas and they dream ain't the right dream to make it for everybody. And this is O-N-E, and so it's supposed to be about the one. It's all for one. Everybody don't come together to make this shit happen like it's supposed to. It won't happen.
What does that mean? Now, I've heard that a lot of times from a lot of artists.
It means like if I go to LA, there's niggas who don't fuck with each other until it's time for the city to be shown. It's niggas in Atlanta who don't fuck with each other until it's time for the city to be shown. Houston, they don't fuck with each other until it's time for the city to be shown. And that means like, Cabot party about to happen. Okay, we about to be on Cabot Beach, what's going on? These niggas. Everybody come show out, no problems, no nothing, even though they don't fuck with each other because it's time for the city to be shown. It happens like that in every fucking major city. I mean, I can go all the way back to listening to the cars riding by with the booming system from LL Cool J. He made sure he shouted out almost every nigga who was on at the time. It was all from Def Jam. It was all from New York. They was still dominating the game. It wasn't like they all fucked with each other. You just gotta make sure you mention everybody. This is how we rock. We're gonna be able to smack the shit out of y'all because it's all of us. It's never just one of us.
So then
we the best.
So I've heard that a lot of times. And so the only thing I can think of in my mind would be the only reason why it still is yet to happen in my mind would have to do with that's not the intention, like the real intent or intention of a lot of people when it's all said and done. They say it, but their actions must not show it. Because if that was the key to breaking the, you know what I mean? If that's the key to breaking the matrix, because I've heard that from a lot of different artists. If that is this key, and if that is so simple for it to break the matrix, then why haven't people actually done it? And if they haven't, then there's something wrong with the people. There's something still wrong with the art.
That's the point. There's still something wrong with the people. I ain't gonna front. I love my city and I love this place. I know this is a demon-spawning place though as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm a man of God, so I know this is a demon-spawning place, bro. Real life shit. So as much love as we supposed to have for each other, we still gonna keep stabbing each other in the back. It's still gonna be a crab in a barrel ass place. Especially for the simple fact that the only people that's gonna make it out of here the best way is gonna have to fuck with the people you're not supposed to fuck with to get out of here. So
what do you mean by that?
All the parties that's going on, y'all niggas want me to come to the party and all that other shit. The snitch niggas is going to the party, I'm not coming. And real niggas don't do that. But if y'all want to move where all the bitches is, and that means y'all just following the trend because that's what the bitches is, and that's what you have to do is follow in suit. And now the bitch niggas have power. And the real niggas are sitting here like this, like, damn, how am I supposed to get in? I did everything I was supposed to do.
Didn't Cat Williams talk about that?
I think so.
Long ago.
But you know,
it's in power. How they get all the juice? Golly. What's going on?
Because real niggas will do some shit like, nigga, I've been knocked out in the club before. I woke up there, I did what? Fuck it. Shit happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? You don't win everything. Sometimes you win, you lose. But you can't act like you've been winning forever, nigga. You know you done had your losses. Come on now.
I think we all have.
And everybody want to sit there and ride around with the fact that all of that shit's supposed to be fun.
Well.
But I guess, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, nigga. You know where I'm at. I know what's real, and I know what's not.
So rock with a real one. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Never mind, because I've been in that. I'm just sit back, eyes closed, and enjoy the ride. Because this is 7 flag.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, you feel me?
Yeah, I mean, we locked in.
That's all we did.
That's how it goes. So, you know what I mean?
All right, so come in. So let's look fast forward, because I know you are no longer with Afterlife as a whole.
No, I fuck with my niggas. You know, we did a show last year, you know what I'm saying? It was Omaha, you know what I'm saying? Love for the city. We still fuck with y'all. We ain't dead, we still here. Type of show, I guess. Right. Last year, Omaha Day or something. Lanes has been back into doing more production, you know what I'm saying? He's working with Genius and him and Icon. Besides his own thing. Shout out to Jason Icon. I mean, J Love is doing his thing. He got
110.
What he got a podcast, or he's like doing a VJ thing for Google shows. Got a few things going on. Everybody got something moving. I mean, I'm locked in with kids.
And
I've been behind the scenes.
I'm just saying, but Tang guy.
Besides the fact of what's about to be hitting niggas in the forehead, I am still Mr. Ooorr. There ain't nothing changed with what I got going on. I'm still Bob Ooorr, motherfucker. We die, nigga. Y'all already know what it is for me.
So, Bop or Die, how was Bop or Die born? Where was that born? What was that born out of, really?
To be honest, you want to be for real? You want to be
no,
real?
I'm just saying, like,
you want me to be for real, or you want me to be, like, how you want me to answer that?
That's up to you. I mean, you got to remember, this is how you
is honestly, huh? These Bop or Die. Well, I dropped a mixtape, Smelly Boys, Volume 1. After me and my guys were joking, we got serious about a joke. I didn't have a label name on the disc. It was a joke at the moment. It even got to be funny. It was a Vote or Die, Trap or Die season. We were working on that at the time. Trap or Die was just funny. The crazy thing was I dropped the CD on July 1st, 2006. And that had to be the birthday of Bop or Die. It happened that way because once I dropped that CD, it was the Stone Soul Picnic down in Carter Lake. I burned like 100 copies, and he had a cover for it. Everything. I'm out there like, fuck, throwing these bitches. Nickel bag. Funny as shit. The next night, that night, we was at the 1507 with E40, kicking it and shit. He had one in his bag, like, this is dope, I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeding on my shit. I was happy, you know what I'm saying? I was cool. The next week, it was a rap sheet convention. Me and E went on down there, signed up for the rap sheet convention. I'm signing up. The chick was like, where your group at? And I'm like, my Afterlife guys, they ain't got shit. Like, Afterlife? Reached down in her purse. I could see me like, oh. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, I was playing, but yeah, I'm not somebody to be played with. So they was taking me very seriously. So I had to take me very seriously. So even though it was a joke, that's what I said in the beginning, so I had to stand on it. Everything I'm doing and how I did it, even though I was playing, I stood on it.
So Bop or Die was a response to Trap or Die, was a response to Vote or Die during that era.
Yeah, it was a Ooorr Die time. Everything was going on. Everybody wasn't voting. You want to get out here? We're trying to get this. We're trying to change this. Vote or die. We ain't playing this. Everybody trying to get to this money. We in the hood, nigga. We trying to get to the money. Nigga, Trap or Die. Nigga, we gonna trap it, nigga. I'm like, yeah.
Bop or Die then refers to.
The joke at the time was, about fellatio. But to be all the way honest, when somebody came at me about it, again, I was in a situation. I'm at the radio station, and you can't tell a grown man about and all this other stuff. I was like,
he said,
I said,
hold on.
Me get
you
technical.
Can't speak past that.
Well, you can't tell a grown man about, Tang. Shouts out to my guy, Houston Alexander, the assassin, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whooping niggas ass in that USC shit. But the truth of the matter is, when he said it to me, I had to get technical. Okay, now technically, the term as we use Bop came from like the Texas term. It just means jocking really heavy, bro. That's what it means, you know. Pop trunk holding the parking lot bopping because I got neon lights and all my shit that just bop, bitch, get off. You start sucking the bitch, get off my sleeve. That's where the term came. All those bopping, that's what it is. That's what it means. Now, so strong that every year they come out with a CD that the kids remake the songs they listening to on the air, and it's called Kids Bop. Now, this does not mean kids are giving fellatio. That means that kids love these songs, so they jock it in, and that's what they do. So since you jock mine, that's what you're going to do. You're going to love me to the point that you're going to jock it, or you can die. You can go over there with it. So while I was having to converse with this man about this doesn't mean, Bob, I'm not telling your kids to walk around with a suck dick or die t-shirt on, sir.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
Oh, so I got to die? I got to die. All right, nigga, that's what we doing? It's always something there, okay? Well, let's focus on it then. We're going to go there. That's where we're going to go. Bob or die, okay? You got a choice. Then we're going to get there. Let's go philosophical, you know what I'm saying? Shakespearean. To be or not to be, right? That's the question, right? No, there ain't no fucking question. It's just a decision. You got a decision to make. You can do this or you can do that. You can even base it any kind of a decision or a question you think is the or. So when you see me, just know that it's the Ooorr, nigga. I'm Mr. Ooorr. That's where it's gonna go. That's where it's gonna be. That's where it's been. And everybody behind me knows the Ooorr. We rock like that, organically.
There it is. You know what I'm talking about? I feel you. Hey, so look, what can we expect from Tang, man, coming up, man, this season?
Oh, man.
This season, we got a lot of
this season, man. I had already dropped, you know what I'm saying, the Tang and L's project, you know what I'm saying, on 420 for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. The Three-Minded Monster. Long awaited, should be touching you before the summer is finished. So just wait for them to finally tell me it's out there for y'all, because there's new things for y'all. And a lot of visuals working with my team, man, you know what I'm saying? LMK shots, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know where it's going to be. Everybody I fuck with right now is just coming back because I've been doing this forever and they supposed to come back. That's how the game goes. When you're the right person dealing with the right people, they come back and it's about to do it.
Right.
I ain't trying to pay you money. I hope they trying to pay me, but I hope we get paid.
Oh, hey, that's what it's really about, man. What it's about is trying to get paid in the end, man. It's taking your craft, man, and continuing to build upon what you've been building all these years, man, and to let that be the fuel to push you to the next level. Because you ain't quitting.
Oh, no. Can't do that. Mr. Ooorr doesn't die.
So you just gonna keep going.
I got it. It's an infinite move. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. My kids are trying to start their own businesses, and I almost had a TV show with my son last year because he was, man, you already know how he was going. He was really upset he wasn't in your video that he was there that y'all shot the scene for, and then wasn't in the like. He was mad at it. He was post credits. You know, my kids are demanding because we do this. They the kids in the store, and so they don't be playing. Like, and I don't even act like. I mean, I know people who have made it to a serious pinnacle, and I guess most people's idea of making it is where their money success is. Once their bread is to the point where I can piss out $1 million on somebody. I made it, nigga. So your bread can talk, but guess what? I can walk in that pissed out $1 million room and I have 20 cents or something, still be so that means, you know what I'm saying, some people's personal worth is more than that dollar value. You know what I'm saying? And I like being a person who's worth caring.
That's what's up. That's
not always about the bread, it's about the people, you know what I'm saying? So like for you, my friend Keys, I love you. And niggas behind the camera, we love y'all for doing y'all job, because usually I'm behind the camera. We've been working season for 2 seasons now. I'm just being fucking with you. But I've been here the whole time. Show for show. Most people who come in here, they don't believe I'm sitting here with you. They're like, tell me the fact they all nervous and shit because I'm sitting over there. I'm trying not to do that to people. You know, shit. You know, we here. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I try to relax.
Yeah, there it is.
It's all love. You know what I'm saying?
So, new artists. You got new artists you working with. You getting new things going on. You got, I know you say you got L. You got the Tang
L's project out there. Shout out to L's Prince. As far as new artists that I'm working with, you know what I'm saying? I have no new artists that I'm working with. You know, shout out to 18 from me. Little Man still always on staff. Shouts out to No Good. Cam still got things going. Shouts out to Mr. Skeets / Trim / that guy over there. Because, you know what I'm saying, without he, then we, you know, and everybody that fucks with us, you know what I'm saying? Because we moving like that. I'm trying to move in that manner.
Right. There it is, man. Hey man, well shoot, it sounds like you wrapped up all the shout outs and all that.
Oh, I ain't shout out to nobody.
Okay,
shout
I'm about to say, man.
Shout out to
somebody.
Shout out to the hood. That's where we at in the Killer Park area. You know what I'm saying? Everybody act like they gonna be seeing me in the hood. I ain't never left the hood. I'm still in the hood every time. Niggas can't walk up acting all funny in my mama drive like they wanna do that shit. It's not going down. You put it on the game. Make sure you mean it. You know what I'm saying? I stand on it. If you my relative, you my cousin, you one of my folks, any of that shit, because I'm a real nigga, and that's what real niggas do. You know what I mean? Yay! And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who fucks with me. If you from the Ooorr family, you know what it is. Oh, and a special shout out, if I want to say that from here before I'm done, to my nigga VA. Miss VA, if y'all, hey, my nigga's the only nigga right now who can personally call me and be like, Tang, I need you for a show, and I'm hopping up and I'm gonna move. And nobody else can be able to move me unless, you know what I'm saying, you at that in-house.
Miss VA,
shout out to VA. She helping right now move the scene for the city. Like not just for herself. She ain't on no selfish shit. Cause She working for the fucking scene.
Absolutely.
I don't see as many niggas doing it like that, man. So anytime she call me, I'm there. Anytime she call us, we there. Trying you, nigga, organically, nigga, we there. It's the whole fucking staff, nigga. It's the Ooorr staff.
There it is, man. Shout out, man. It is what it is, man. Look, I appreciate y'all, man, for sticking with us, man, as we get ready to wrap up season 2, man. Yeah. Locked in with Keys, man. You know what it is, man. Hey. We gonna go out with a bang, man. I appreciate Tangaray the Tang, man. Mr. Afterlife himself, man, for sliding through. It's your boy J Keys. Wrapping up season 2. We getting up out of here, man. You know how we do, baby.